One of the biggest reasons clients become discouraged, it's not always a lack of progress, it's misunderstanding how long true pure healing often takes. In today's world, people are used to quick fixes, instant results, and gratification, but holistic healing works differently. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining today's training. Today, we're going to be talking about setting client expectations and what a holistic healing timeline really looks like. Now, one of the most important skills a practitioner can develop is the ability to set realistic expectations around healing. Because one of the biggest reasons clients become discouraged, it's not always a lack of progress, it's misunderstanding how long true pure healing often takes. In today's world, people are used to quick fixes, instant results, and gratification. And in medical side of things, they're used to instant symptom suppression. But holistic healing works differently. Holistic healing is not just about covering symptoms, it's about restoring the balance to the body and improving regulation or reducing inflammation and supporting the nervous system. It's about everything that makes the body whole, right? And that process requires consistency and patience and participation from the client. And that's the critical thing. We're used to not having to participate in our own health. Now, healing takes time because the body takes time. One concept many practitioners will use as a guideline is for every year a condition has existed, it may take approximately 1 month of consistent support to see substantial healing. Now, this is not an absolute rule. Some people improve faster, some take longer. But if clients understand this idea that chronic conditions rarely resolve overnight, they will not be so disappointed when things are taking a while. You've got to understand that if someone has struggled with inflammation for 10 years or dealt with chronic stress for decades or lived with pain patterns for a long period of time, the body's adapted to those patterns. Tissues change, the nervous system changes, inflammatory pathways become reinforced, and compensation patterns within the body develop as well. Healing often means unwinding those patterns and restoring communication and rebuilding function gradually, and that takes time. Now, many clients expect healing to happen faster than the condition originally developed as well, but most chronic issues didn't appear overnight. They developed through years of stress, inflammation, poor sleep, nutritional imbalance, overload of your emotional system, or just compensation. And the body has adapted to dysfunction over time, so naturally, restoring balance is often gradual as well. This perspective helps reduce frustration because clients stop asking, why am I not completely healed yet? And instead begin asking, am I moving in the right direction? And that is an incredibly important shift for us practitioners to be able to create in the client. It's also important that we set an expectation that healing is rarely linear. Clients often assume progress should look like constant improvement with zero setbacks and no fluctuations, but real healing often looks more like progress, then a bit of fluctuation, then stabilization, and then more progress. And some days clients feel better, some days symptoms flare. This does not automatically mean that the process that we're putting you through is failing, right? Sometimes the body is recalibrating and adjusting or just processing deep layers of dysfunction. So teaching clients this ahead of time helps prevent panic and discouragement as well. The other thing is that lifestyle matters more than most clients realize. One of the biggest things that affects the healing timeline is just that. It is your lifestyle. A client may receive excellent treatments, but if they continue to sleep poorly, eat inflammatory foods, live in a chronic stress state, remain sedentary, or just stay overwhelming the nervous system consistently, well, healing will often slow down dramatically too. And this is because the body heals best when the environment supports healing. Lifestyle factors influence your inflammatory response, your nervous system, your circulation, your hormones, your cellular recovery. So part of setting expectations here is helping clients understand that healing is not something that happens only during appointments. It happens between sessions. It happens while you're sleeping. It happens during recovery. through daily habits and consistent choices over time. One of the most important concepts to teach our clients is that consistency creates momentum. Many people stop and start repeatedly, and they try something briefly, they stop when symptoms fluctuate, then they restart later, and this interrupts the healing process. The body responds best to repeated supportive input, to stable routines with long-term consistency. And small actions done consistently often outperform aggressive ones done occasionally. This includes treatment consistency and hydration and movement, sleep habits and stress management. It's super important. Healing is usually built through repetition, not intensity. And as much as many people don't want to hear it, patience is part of the process. Patience is difficult because clients are often suffering. They want relief quickly. They want this, and it's understandable that they want this. But one of the greatest things we can do as a practitioner is help clients understand that healing is a process of rebuilding capacity. The goal is not just temporary system suppression. It's actually rebuilding your body's ability to regulate itself, to improve its resilience, and to function better long-term over time. It's like paying dividends for the future. And that type of healing is slower, sure, but it's also more sustainable. And that's the key. Now, let's wrap this up because there's a lot we could say here, but I think this is the crux of it. When setting expectations, remind your clients the goal is not perfection overnight. The goal is steady movement in the right direction. Encourage them to look for gradual improvements. This is a big one. People miss these. Encourage them to look for increased resilience. Were they able to walk for longer today? Were they able to have better energy? Did they feel more energized, even slightly? Did this improve their recovery? Do they feel like they're getting better faster than they were before? And are they reacting differently to pain spikes and flares? So showing a reduced reactivity over time. These are often the earliest signs that the body is actually healing. Holistic healing is not usually fast, but it can be deep, it can be meaningful, and it can be very lasting when approached consistently. So encourage them from the get-go, and they won't be so disappointed if things aren't a miracle turnaround for them. So thank you everyone for joining me today. Hopefully you found this useful and you'll be able to put some of these ideas into your practice to help guide patients more effectively. Appreciate you all. I'll see you next week for another 10-minute training. Bye for now.